Alright guys, Papa Pepper here down on the homestead. Just starting a new series about some of the plants that we're going to be growing on our homestead and why. Some of these may be more common, others of these may be more obscure to some of you. But part of what we want to do is just to grow whatever we can for food. So a lot of the plants are going to be food plants, some of them are going to be medicinal or have other purposes as well. And pretty much anything that grows in our climate around the world, or anything we can accommodate for with a greenhouse, we're going to kind of look into growing. One of the main goals too is to put in probably at least a couple acres of a food forest eventually, where we phase out the existing forest, and every tree, every bush, every vine, every grass, every whatever's growing there has some sort of use. So it'll look just kind of like a regular forest, but the whole thing will be able to be used for food. So one of the plants I started to check out down in when I lived in New Orleans, and it was grown mostly as an ornamental there, but it's also wild here, is this one growing across behind me. This is the passion flower, also known as maypop, also known as a purple passion flower, and it's a vine. They've got some beautiful flowers. We're a little bit past that right now. I see one that, actually, there may be a couple coming out in the near future here. But a beautiful, beautiful flower. They're often grown just as an ornamental. Like I said, they're a wild one down here. And they do produce these, though, which are called maypops. It took me some figuring out on how to tell when they were ripe. Got a pile of these here out of my garden now. But pretty much they're going to ripen, they're going to be green, they're going to be a little dented, maybe even more dented. I was picking them off the plant and it was really hit or miss with them. Some of them you'd have were completely ripe, some of them you had, they were still white on the inside and not ready. So what I found is that if you wait till they drop, they're pretty much good. Kind of the same way we treat persimmons down here before the frost. But at this point, that is such a flavor. And inside there, it's kind of yellowy. There's kind of a whole bunch of seeds. They're in their own little gel packet. This is an example here. A little gel packet, kind of yellowish, seed in the middle. Wonderful flavor. I use them for jams, jellies. I eat them fresh a lot. And then they'll also sometimes use them for juicing, adding an aroma or a flavor to things. So this vine here, it can be grown from seed, but it can be a little difficult too. It's pretty easy to propagate. I propagated quite a few myself. What you're not going to want to do is you're not going to want to plant them in your garden, or they'll take over. They kind of just come up everywhere. So what I'm going to do is run them along some of the fences and things like that, where they can grow all over the place. They can have their beautiful flowers on display, and they can provide us with the food as well. The passion flower kind, there's over 500 worldwide. They're normally in the tropics and subtropics. Some are just for flowers, some are for food, some don't really particularly have a use. The ones for food can go anywhere from about this size, up to about 8 inches long, depending on the variety. And if you've ever just sat there and looked at passion flower images, there's so many beautiful, wonderful kinds out there. Most of them are vines. There are a few that are shrubs. This one's a Passionfruit incarnata, also known as the purple passion flower, and the maypop. And we plan on, like I said, just growing them along the fences, that type of stuff. You can propagate and sell them. You can sell the seeds. Some places the fruits are also available for sale. I think it's definitely something where if you've never checked it out, it's worth it. It's a very interesting, delicious fruit. And then as well, the leaves of the Passionfruit incarnata have often been used as a tea. Supposedly they've got a type of mild sedative-like effect, and insomnia, epilepsy, other things they've been used to treat by the tea. So that's another byproduct, not only having it available for yourself, but you can also dry the leaves and then potentially, sell them online or something as well. So one of the things I like is that if you have stewardship of some land, you're able to craft and shape that land into a way that's beneficial for you and for whatever's going to be there, the plants and the animals that are there. And a lot of things that we deal with in this life are physical, meaning that you have to either have a good, store a good, produce a good. They exist in the physical realm, therefore you need some space to have them. So as we move forward with both developing our own homestead and then also providing things for others, if I have this space, I can start hundreds of these. I can, sell or gift or ship or whatever to whoever wants them, that type of thing. As we move forward too, just kind of looking forward to, like I said, growing whatever we can as far as food plants and stuff like that, but then also potentially becoming a supplier, because rather than picking up a tree from here and a bush from there and a couple from there, I mean, if I've got 30, 40, 50 available and somebody's starting up a small homestead, it can be a one-stop shop, So this is the passion flower, passion fruit, maypop, Passiflora incarnata. This is one of the plants that we're going to be growing down here. Like I said, don't plant them in your garden. They like to run and climb on stuff, a fence line, something like that. Animals can nibble on them too. And if you're able to enjoy the flowers or the fruit, it's excellent. So pop out.